Hi guys, this is Val with Hot for Yoga, and I am here with the Imaging Center celebrating National Yoga Month. So we're just going to show you guys some things that you can do in your chair. A lot of people are work in an office, and so we wanted to show you guys some moves that you can do, some stretches, yoga poses that you can do to alleviate some tension, energize yourself halfway through the day, or possibly even stretch out a little bit more. So we will go ahead and get started here. So just making sure that your feet are about hip width apart. We're gonna bring the palms to the thighs, shrug the shoulders down the back and sit up nice and tall. So making sure that you can press all four corners of your feet down into the floor. Crown of the head is up towards the sky. And we're gonna send the belly button up and then way back towards the spine, neutralizing the pelvis, tucking the tailbone under just slightly and letting the shoulders hang down away from your earlobes. And we're just gonna slowly start here with some breath work. So bringing the palms together at your heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, just relaxing your face, relaxing your jaw. We're just gonna take some deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And just go to that airy spot in your head, allowing those shoulders, if they start to creep back up, to rest down again away from your earlobes. And then just start to kind of rock to the left, to the right as you're breathing deep, making sure that you can feel your sits bones beneath you so that you know you're balanced on each side. Just keeping your chin parallel to the floor for now, so making sure not to lift that chin up too high or to tuck it down too low. We're just gonna keep the spine nice and long, keeping the airways open. Deep breaths. This is actually called the Ujjayi breath. So we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, and we're bringing consistent inhalation and exhalation. So you're breathing at kind of a time here. So maybe a 4 count inhale, 4 count exhale, or a 5 count inhale, 5 count exhale. And at any time throughout this video, if you want to pause and hold something for a little bit longer, or even go through the pose again, we encourage you to do that. So after you're finished breathing, a few deep breaths, go ahead and slowly float your palms back down to your thighs, flutter your eyes open, and shrug your shoulders down the back. Good, we're gonna sit nice and tall here. And basically we're just gonna work from head to toe, kind of just go through the whole body, getting into the connective tissues and the muscle tissue as well. So we're gonna keep sending that belly button up and back towards the spine. And first things first here, we're gonna start with the crown of the head drawing up towards the sky and just get into the neck a little bit. So on your big exhale, so we're gonna big inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, we're just gonna drop that right ear down to the right shoulder and reach the left fingertips down towards the floor. So I want you to feel the stretch all the way through, all the way up through the neck. Good, a nice straight spine except for that lateral bend in the cervical spine. And on each exhale, just letting your ear fall down a little bit deeper towards the shoulder and letting those fingertips reach down towards the floor. So you should feel the stretch all the way through the arms, the elbow, the neck. Nice deep breaths. And then inhale back up and slowly float that left palm back down. On that next exhale, dropping left ear down and reaching the right fingertips out to the side. Good, you can mirror me here. It doesn't matter which side you do first. Just in keeping, lifting up and back on that belly button so that you have that strong posture, really activating the core. You can even lift the nose up just a little bit and pretend little circles with the nose. Sometimes that helps you come down a little bit deeper into that cervical spine. Good, and then inhale, come back up. So if you've ever taken a yoga class, you probably know about cat-cow poses. So we're gonna stretch the spine here this way and open up the chest a little bit more. So as you inhale, we're gonna come into cow, bringing the chest through the shoulders, and then start to just take your gaze up to where the wall and the ceiling meet. This also activates your lymph system here. We're gonna get a little bit of arch through the spine and the low back, keeping the sits bones down to the chair. And then as you exhale, I want you to bring your shoulders forward, draw the belly button way back towards the spine and tuck the chin into the neck, choking the throat just a little bit. Deep breaths there, activating, massaging those glands in the neck. And then inhale, come up. You can even start to close your eyes, pull the shoulders back, chest forward. And exhale, rounding through. Nice deep breaths. Good, and then just flowing through with your breath. Inhale. Pulling the chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, rounding through, tucking that chin in, finding that round all the way through the spine. Good, and then after doing that a few times, go ahead and inhale, come back up to a nice tall spine, shrug the shoulders down the back. So a lot of times when we're on the computer, we're typing a lot, that really gives our wrists some tension. So I'm gonna really stretch you out in the fingertips, the wrists, and then into the elbows and the shoulders. So as you inhale, I want you to bring your arms all the way out to that nice straight line. And as you exhale, I want you to bring the backs of the hands towards the face. So we're really stretching out through the connective tissues in the wrist here. We're activating the shoulders, getting into the elbows a little bit as well. And then exhale, and that next exhale, I want you to bring the palms back towards your face. And then take that big inhale, come back up, and then flex them back. Good, and then just working with your breath here. You can do this 15 to 20 times, just keeping that nice fluid movement. And then for an extra stretch here and working through the wrists, we're gonna bring those thumbs into the palms, wrap all 4 fingers around the thumbs, and then just little circles through the wrists. Good, you can squeeze those thumbs as much or as little as you'd like to, depending on how deep you wanna come into this, and then come back around. And if you do this for about 15 to 20 times on both, you really start to feel that burn in the shoulders here. So you're getting a little bit of a workout here as well. So lift up and back on your belly button. Keep that core nice and strong. If you notice you're sticking your booty out just a little bit, go ahead and tuck that tailbone under just a little bit more to neutralize the pelvis so that we're not coming into that low back too much. All right, nice deep breaths. And then I want you to exhale, release, slowly float the palms back down. Good, now getting into the fingers, shrug the shoulders down the back. On the inhale, we're gonna lift the arms way up to the sky, and then as if you're flicking water from your fingers, go ahead and come all the way down on the exhale. So I'll do it with the breath this time. We're gonna inhale, exhale. So you can either breathe out through the nose or out through the mouth on this one. So you can, it's called cleansing breaths when you're breathing out through the mouth. So that might be a nice one to do here. And just really getting rid of all the tension in the fingertips. Good, and you can do this for as many times as you'd like to, but I recommend at least 5 or 6 times. And you're really getting into your elbows here, kind of relieving some tension away from that area as well. So we'll go ahead and shrug the shoulders down the back. And then another great shoulder exercise stretch is to just inhale, bring the shoulders up, forward, and down. Good, just bring them up, forward, and down. You can also bring them up, back, and down. So kind of come clockwise and then counterclockwise. Do that for another 10 or 15 times. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall here. So we've got the head, the neck, the shoulders, all the way down the arms. So we're gonna do a little twist here. So in yoga, we want an upright spine, and then before we take any sort of a twist. So we wanna go ahead and inhale, come all the way up to a nice tall spine, and then we can get that twist. Twisting are great for detoxes in the body, so we can kind of detox. What we're really doing is we are twisting those internal organs, kind of getting some of those toxins out of the internal organs so they can filter out of our body as waste. So those toxins are released into our bloodstream, and then we can filter those out as waste. So we'll go ahead and start with a twist, just bringing those arms back down at your side. Inhale, arms out to the side and all the way up. Lightly touch the palms together, gazing up to the upper thumb, and exhale. We're just gonna bring one arm in front of the outside of that right knee, one arm down to the chair. And on that next inhale, we're gonna come up nice and tall to a straight spine. And on the exhale, we're gonna press against the chair, press against the outside of that right knee, and twist first in your belly, then in your chest, and slowly open up the shoulders. So bring that right shoulder back, and maybe even then taking your gaze over that right shoulder. So making sure that those hips are still square in front of you as you're twisting through. And then inhale, bring it back to center, and all the way, grab a little counter here to the left side. And then we're gonna do the same thing on that left side. So inhale back to center, bring the arms out to the side and all the way up, lightly touching the palms. Exhale, coming down to the left side. So inhale, get that nice tall spine again, crown of the head reaching skyward. Exhale, pressing against the outer edge of that left knee, side of the left chair, twisting your belly, then your chest, pulling that left shoulder back, slowly taking your gaze over that left shoulder. Good, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, find that counter twist, rinsing it out on that other side, and then coming back to center. So we're gonna go ahead now and come into the hips a little bit of a forward fold as well. So we're gonna take the feet about hip, a little bit more than hip width apart, or maybe with the chair legs, if your chair, your office chair, about hip width apart there, or a little bit like chair width apart. And then we're gonna shrug the shoulders down the back, pressing into all four corners of the feet, dropping the arms down at your side. Inhale, send the arms out to the side and all the way up, lightly press the palms again, gazing up to the upper thumb. And exhale, follow your gaze all the way down, bringing the fingertips or the palms down to the floor, and then letting go of that head weight. So this is an inversion where the head is below the heart. So really just letting the head dangle like a piece of fruit on a tree. No tension in the neck, just lying here. Now, if you have high blood pressure, I want you to stay down here for a minute at most. But if not, you can stay down there for as long as you want to, 5-10 minutes. I'm sure you probably don't have that kind of time at work, but if you do, if you're on your break, that'd be a great time to just let all that new blood flow, new oxygen reach your chest, neck, shoulders, head, brain. It'll be a nice little energizer as well. So it's a great thing to do. Come all the way down. Try to take the tension away from your toes and just let the head hang there. And then on that inhale, when you come up, when you decide to come up, pressing down through all four corners of the feet, lift the arms out to the side and all the way up. Good, lightly press the palms together and just bring it back down, heart center. Another great hip opener at work, at the office. We'll grab one side and I'll show you the other side. I'll describe it on one side first. So taking the feet hip width apart again, knees beneath, or knees stacked on top of the ankles. We're gonna press into all four corners of that right foot and just gently reach down and grab that left ankle and bring it to the top of that right thigh. So here, what I want you to do first is flex the toes back towards the knee. This protects the knee. And then we're just gonna bring that right palm, bring it over the right ankle, and left palm, bring it over the inside of that left foot. Just watching out for that IT band there a little bit. So you can bring it back down a little bit more, or you can draw it back in, just however open you are right at first. And then on the inhale, I want you to sit up nice and tall. On the exhale, pressing down on the inside of that left knee just a little bit. And then you can even find a little bit of fold here, hinging at your hips. So if you're gonna fold here, I want you to hinge at your hips rather than rounding through that low back. Good, and just feeling that little bit of opening there. And again, this works the piriformis and also the IT band there. So nice deep breaths. Good, and then inhale, come back up, and then we're gonna carefully take that left foot back down, and then grabbing the other side here. Flex the toes back towards the face. Palms where they need to be. Inhale, come up nice, tall, straight spine. Exhale, fold, good. And then you can take a little tension away from that cervical spine and tuck the chin in if you'd like to, just depending on how long you're gonna hold this pose. So carefully take that foot back down. So we're all the way through the hips now, shrugging the shoulders down the back. So a little bit of an ab workout. I want you to walk back, bringing those sits bones almost back to the back of your chair. And we're gonna bring the palms on either side of the chair, lifting up and back on your belly button again and get that nice tall spine. And then here again, I want you to rock back and forth. Make sure that you can feel the sits bones beneath you so that you're nice and balanced. You're not taking one side, you're not bringing weight to one side of your body over the other. And then we're gonna slowly just come to the balls of the feet. Keep that core engaged, lifting up and back on your belly button, and slowly just letting go there with the feet. So we're really coming into those hip flexors here, getting that nice tall straight spine, keeping that core engaged. You can either hold onto the chair here, or if you're good, you can bring the palms just to hover the legs. Deep breath. If we were on the floor here on our mat, this is called boat pose. So we're just on those sits bones, nice tall spine. So if the spine is rounding, I want you to grab the chair again and pull that chest through the shoulders. Get that nice tall spine, keep the core engaged. Good. So we're slowly just going to float those feet back down on the exhale. And then again, just making sure that you're not quite back to the back of your chair, but we're going to come into the legs a little bit more here. So 2 different things that we can do. I want you to shrug the shoulders down the back, keep that nice tall spine. Press into all 4 corners of that left foot, and you can do this right side first, or if you'd like to get them done at one time, go ahead and extend both of your legs out. So what we're going to do here is lift up on the kneecaps, activating your quadriceps. Good, sit nice and tall to that straight spine. Good, and then on the inhale, I want you to point your toes. And on the exhale, flex the toes back towards the face, towards your kneecaps. Good, and then inhale, point. Exhale, flex them back. Good, deep breaths, inhale. Exhale. Good, and you're really getting a quadricep workout here as well as you're lifting up on those kneecaps. Good, and then neutralize the feet. We're gonna go ahead and work through the ankles here. So continue to lift up on your kneecaps. We're just gonna get in those connective tissues there in the ankles, spread the toes out as much as possible. Good, and then we're gonna come back counterclockwise. Good, with the feet, nice deep breaths. Making sure that you're breathing those consistent Ujjayi breaths in through the nose, out through the nose if you can, or out through the mouth. Good, and then we're gonna slowly bend the knees down, bringing those feet hip width apart again, shrugging the shoulders back. So a nice, we can also do sun salutation in the chair, just depending on how close you are to your neighbor at work, or if you have a private office, or if you're in a cubicle. So a sun salutation really gets that blood flow going. It's very energizing. I really recommend this one as well. So pressing down through all 4 corners of the feet again, just dropping those arms down at your side, shrug the shoulders down the back, and then we're gonna take a big inhale, bring the arms out to the side and all the way up, lightly pressing the palms. Exhale, bow forward. Good, so kind of coming into that inversion again, dropping the head weight. And then inhale, coming up halfway to a flat spine. Exhale, folding down once more, dropping your head weight again. Inhale, take the weight out of the toes, press down through all 4 corners of the feet, send the arms out to the side and all the way up. Exhale down, heart center. So I recommend doing 3 to 5 of those sun salutations in your chair. It'll really help to energize you and to get that blood flow going. We'll go ahead and close here, guys, with a light meditation. So I want you to slowly walk those sits bones all the way back to the back of your chair, just to where you're nice and comfortable, and just keeping those knees stacked beneath your or on top of your ankles. And then we're just going to drop the arms down at your side. Let your shoulders hang down. Let your fingertips float away. Relax any tension in your body. Keeping your chin parallel to the floor for now. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. We're just going to allow those shoulders to melt down away from the earlobes. Letting go of the belly. So we were lifting up and back on the belly button, really activating that core. Now I want you to just let that belly relax. We're going to breathe in through the nose. As you breathe in through the nose on the inhale, belly expands. As you breathe out through the nose on the exhale, belly falls back down towards your spine. Just taking any tension away. Start from the crown of your head down to your toes and letting all of that muscle tension just flow out of your body. Pay close attention to where you're still hanging on to something. Chances are you're probably still hanging on to some tension somewhere in your body. So just noticing where that is, being aware of it, and then letting it float away again. Clearing your mind. And then whenever you're finished with your meditation, bring your palms together, thumbs at heart center, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, pinky fingers out. Thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoy this office yoga, chair yoga practice that we've made for you. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Namaste.